Come on in, come on in the room. What's going on? Good evening to you as y'all come in on this social media thing. Instagram, good evening to you. Thaddeus Matthews YouTube channel, good evening to you. And Facebook, how y'all be? I got a lot that I'm going to cram into this particular hour. Lot I'm gonna cram into it. Watching from California, hey baby, I'll be in California hopefully in a few between now and February if they get my tokens in place. Praise the Lord. Indianapolis is in the room. I sound better, thank you. Still got a little signs and Los Angeles, I believe. Um, Still got a little bit of this cold lingering, but I'm ready to kick ass and take names. See, this one of them kick ass, take names shows on this evening. Atlanta's in the house. Good evening. Soul Train. Okay. Take some alcohol seltzers. I might just stop and give me some of them alcohol pluses. I've been on that Theraflu and some of that stuff you shoot up in your mouth. You know what you call it, Afrins and this, that, and the other. I can't stand to be sick. Bloomington, Jacksonville, Omaha, Nebraska, Indianapolis, Mississippi, Greensboro, North Carolina, Chicago. I've been taking them hot toddies, baby. Lemons and honey. What's up, Vegas? Greensboro, North Carolina. Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Beloit, Wisconsin. All right. Hell, I'm universal all by my damn self. I made my own damn self national. But if some things work the way I want to work, I got some surprises next year. Lafayette, Louisiana. Gulfport, Mississippi. Albany, Georgia is in the house. New Orleans is in the house. New York City.
Get a rope.
Gary, Indiana. New Jersey. Charleston, South Carolina. Dallas, Texas. Dallas, Texas in the house. Texas. I guess you from all over Texas. Ooh. Well, baby, I hope you enjoy me tonight. I'm through with the fucking flying pastor, though. That nigga trying to be big as me with his name, ain't it? What's that, Pompano Beach, Florida. I wish I was on the beach. Orlando, Florida's in the house. Great city, Orlando. Star Weber, what you got for me? Hobart. Well, I don't know what the hell Hobart is. Charlottesville. Come on in the room. Come on. Blackwood, South Carolina. What the hell? Miami, Florida, Brooklyn, New York is here. I am Thaddy Daddy, baby. Oh, Opelia, Alabama, Flora, Alabama. Y'all out in the sticks somewhere, ain't you? Y'all got bathrooms in the house yet? Well, the holes at your house, go look in your mama's bedroom. Come on in Baton Rouge, one of my favorite cities. I almost moved to Baton Rouge some years ago. Went on the radio in Baton Rouge. Detroit. Y'all like this beard? I'm getting sexy about it today. God damn it, God damn it, God damn it. Let's get ready to do this because I got a lot I want to talk about tonight. Oh, take my toothpick out.
May not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Turn it up a little bit for me.
If you wanna grow, ask Daddy, yes, he will let you know. Yeah, Daddy, yes, it's the Daddy, yes, Matthew show. He's not afraid to tell.
Thank you, Alexis. I sure have been sexy. And you want sex ass knowing yourself, girl. Just remember the pictures of you in that car.
You cross the line and then it's on. Sometimes the avenues don't get it right.
Frederick.
Five, four, three, two.
And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely, positively not. On this Wednesday night, we're going to steal the most controversial television talk show in the world, on the planet, anywhere. And I promise you tonight, I am not going to disappoint you. Okay? I'm not going to I'm not going to disappoint you at all. My cold is getting a little bit better. Little bit better. Just got a little bit of it lingering, and it's going to be better. Look, I got a lot I need to cram into this 2 hours on tonight. I don't even know where I want to start at, I guess. I'll start with the election. Mike Espy lost to a racist white woman that white folk knew were racist, that the token water-carrying Negroes knew was racist. She was able to win, not because Mississippi happens to be 75% white. That ain't the reason that she won, because I look at the numbers. And when I look at the numbers, a lot of white folk didn't vote. A lot of black folk stayed home. I want you to understand that the state of Mississippi, you are in a sad dilemma. A very sad dilemma. You're still living in the ancient years. You find it all right that a white woman can tell you that she wants to sit on the front row of a hanging. Yeah, she didn't mean no harm. That's what some of you chicken-eating, water-carrying, no good-ass niggas was saying. Yeah, she didn't mean no harm at all. We gonna give her a pass. I'm amazed that in the state of Mississippi, you got black folk that were supporting Cindy Hyde-Smith. I'm amazed at a man that I've met on a couple of occasions, a radio station owner in Jackson, Mississippi, by the name of Charles Evers, who is the brother of slain civil rights leader Medgar Evers. How he used his communication lines, his radio station, how he, as a black Republican and other black Republicans, could not denounce this racist, bigoted white woman. You know, I broadcast for a couple of years out of Mississippi that as a radio blues announcer. I purchased some time on a radio station in Lexington, Mississippi. I did about a year, and then that drive every Saturday was killing me, and I wasn't making no money. Then I did it again, broadcasting, simulcasting from my church office. Still wasn't making no money. But one of the things that I found amazing was that even though I was playing the blues, y'all know I'd give some commentary down in the Lexington, Mississippi, Canton, Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, all of those areas in the Delta, Greenwood, Greenville. I was amazed. First of all, they had a problem with me being a preacher playing the blues, and I can play my ass off too. You better ask somebody. But I found that black folk in Mississippi, y'all still scared of white folk. Oh, I would say some things on the radio, and they would say, "You can't say that." Niggas be calling me on the phone and I'm on the radio. "You can't say that." They whispering at their houses. "You can't say that." I was worried about damn well police. I ain't scared of white folk, and I ain't scared of you wallet carrying nickel and dime niggers either. I ain't scared. But I found that in the state of Mississippi, like all across this country, black folk are their own worst enemies. You've got niggers that partnership with racist white folk, with bigoted white folk, to do the bidding of the master. I'm going to also, and that's dead and gone, and Negroes ain't going to unite no way. I don't care what the white man brings to you. A Negro will not get himself together. I don't know why I said that over here. Won't get himself together and say, we got to do what's best for us. You always want to unify with the white man against black folk. In a few minutes, because I got another story that just came to me late this evening. I'm going to deal with something in Memphis, Tennessee. Berlin boy, you ought to be damn ashamed of yourself. To let these white boys play you the way they playing you. And I'm going to tell you in a minute, and Berlin, when you ran the last time, I supported you. I almost got in a fight with a Negro that was running against you. Because I said, no, Berlin can't be like that. But you prove a Berlin boy. And I got some, See, it's time for black folk to wake up. So I got something that I got to deal with here in the Memphis area. Because I hate Negroes that are controlled by white folk. And the Memphis City Council, when it came to my attention about who this white man was, that all of the white city council people want now to replace Bill Morrison on the city council. And for the first time in the history of the city council, they went to 1 o'clock in the morning and still couldn't put anybody in that was a black woman and a white man. But then when I found out who this white boy happens to be, I'm very familiar with him. And he's a racist. He's one of them white boys that runs with the Republican parties. He don't like me. And it goes back to years ago in radio. Get that nigga off the radio, cause he telling niggas how to be real, how to be men. Get him off the radio. I'm gonna talk about that in just a minute. Don't y'all go nowhere. Don't y'all go nowhere. Don't y'all go nowhere. Let me get this Craig Mutella, bitch, you gone. Let me say this as I go into what I'm going to go into. The flying pastor thing is dead. It's a dead. It ran good for 2-3 days. It's dead. Man, I'm not gonna keep on giving you no fame on the Thaddeus Matthews show, but you got a member that came on my page, Sean Williams. Sean Williams, if you got anything you want to say to me about your pastor, then brother, I invited your ass last night, the last 2 nights, to come on the line. Don't tell me about y'all building houses in Haiti and China and all them damn places with all the damn houses that need to be built for black folk in this country. So Negro churches, you don't impress me sending money over there to the Hades. We gonna feed the children overseas. Damn it, there's some children that's hungry over here in the USA in Memphis, Tennessee. So you don't impress me with that. I still think that what Bartholomew Orr did was a stunt. It was a marketing stunt. It worked. But unless you keep your marketing going, you're just a joke. It's a joke all over the country. Inside Edition gave it 30 seconds today on TV. It's a joke. You members of, what's the name? Brown Missionary Baptist Church. I don't give a damn about y'all talking about me. I don't give a damn if you get mad. My great-grandma said, so you mad, just don't bite. So it's over, and we just leave that alone. Yeah, we send money to China. We build churches and shelters in China. Well, damn it, that's good. That's good. But build some here in Memphis. All right, let me deal with something. I keep telling you women, because I got to get into this politics. I keep telling you women over and over and over again, quit bringing men around your daughters. I keep telling you. I've been telling that for y'all for years. Stop. But I've come to understand and to believe that a lot of times when these men are screwing your daughters or attempting to screw your daughters, you as a mama know what's going on. You turn a blind eye because you want him in your house. And I wasn't going to deal with this. I didn't even know about it till late this evening. I started looking at it. And somebody sent me the tape by, what was the guy's name that sent? Melando. Of a 17-year-old girl whose 37-year-old woman, her mama's 37-year-old quote-unquote ex-boyfriend was fondling her. I got the affidavit. I ain't never read an affidavit like this, and I read affidavits for years. I ain't never read an affidavit like this. Can I read the affidavit? This affidavit may be for mature audiences, okay? Do y'all want me to read the affidavit? See, the man been charged with statutory rape, criminal solicitation of a minor, sexual battery. But y'all know the mainstream news ain't gave you the dirt that's on the inside of this here affidavit of what the man did to the little girl. Ooh, like I said, I done read dozens of affidavits. I ain't never, ever read an affidavit like this. Couldn't have been my daughter. Because I run your ass out of jail just to kill you. Couldn't be my daughter. Couldn't. Ooh. Lord, have mercy. Can I read it, y'all? This is from mature peoples. If you ain't mature, okay? If you ain't mature, this one, this here gonna blow, this here gonna blow your mind. All right, let me read the affidavit of complaint. Sergeant J. Borland, 1960, that's his IBM number, made oath on or about the 6th day of November 2018 in said county and within the jurisdiction of the criminal court of Shelby County, Tennessee. 1, Darnell Morgan, age 37, a male black, whose last known address is 1772 Cincinnati, over there behind Hamilton High School, okay, did unlawfully commit the offense of criminal solicitation of a minor, to wit, statutory rape and sexual battery, 2 counts, and the essential facts constituting said offenses and the source of the applicant's information are as follows. On November 6, 2018, Memphis police officers responded to a forcible fondling in the 1700 block of Cincinnati, where C. Williams, I need to get her first name, advised her 17-year-old daughter, S. Bates, was sexually assaulted by her 37-year-old ex-boyfriend, Darnell Morgan. Bates advised Morgan took her to a house in the 1700 block of Cincinnati and told her to go into the first room on the right, which is a bedroom. Bates advised she was sitting on the edge of the bed on her phone, and Morgan laid on the bed behind her. Bates advised Morgan laid his head on her lap. Okay. Put his hand around her waist and gripped her buttocks. Bates advised she told Morgan it was time for her to go to work and tried to get up. And Morgan lifted her shirt and started licking her belly button. Bates advised Morgan reached down and started rubbing her ankle. And she again told him it was time to go. Bates advised she got up and walked toward the door, and Morgan got in front of her, wrapped his arms tightly around her, pushed her towards the bed, and started kissing her in her mouth. Then asked her if she was going to tell her mother. Bates advised Morgan then started to lick on her left ear, and she again told him she needed to go to work. Bates advised they left the residence, and as Morgan was driving, he was gripping her thighs and rubbing her vagina outside of her clothes until her mother called on the phone. Bates advised Morgan started back gripping her thigh and rubbing her vagina. And at one point, Morgan took off her shoe and licked her toes. And wait a minute, and she pulled her feet a foot away. Bates advised that Morgan asked her if she ever had her cat ate. This on paper now. And he asked her if he could do it to her. Bates advised that Morgan again began to grip her thighs and rub her vagina before dropping her off at work. She made a video of him gripping her thigh. Made a call, the mama called, got Bluetooth in the car. You can hear the conversation. Mama worried about some chicken. You bought her something to eat and wouldn't give me no more. Wait a minute, let me see if I can play the video. Y'all can't see it. Let me see if I can get it on. Wait a minute. Let's get it on. When the mama's calling. Turn this on for me, T. Is it on? Yes, it's on. Let's see if we can hear when the mama called.
All right.
They're riding along now. Damn. And he got his hands on her thighs. Vicksburg, Mississippi, stop calling me, damn it. Wait till the mama called. He got his hands on her thighs. No, but they're holding hands. Y'all can see that the Thaddeus Matthews Facebook page. You ain't gonna fuck with me no more. But why are they holding hands?
I can get them done for you and everything, you know. Want me to get them done for you? I will get them polished. They look like they need clean because they already clean. You want me to get them polished for you?
I'm polish around on the outside.
Damn, this
Just
is
a mama calling.
You
Mama.
can't take that. You talking got her something to eat? Wow. We don't have to wait till I come up now. She said she ain't say she was home. You home? Huh? If I got her something to eat, but you don't give me no gas money though. Man, I just want to go for some change, yeah. I'm not that motherfucker play with you, dude. I'm not that motherfucker play with you. $3 time, man. In my mama's house, man.
He ain't got a $3 change at his mama's house.
I think we got this, man. We shot out. Yeah, whatever. For real. Well, I just found it. Yeah. What's up? Y'all can drop off, though. All right.
All right, that's the mom who says that old boy is her ex-boyfriend. You're lying. And let me share something else with you. This girl is 17 years old. Why are you going in the house with the man? That's the first question. Second question, when I look at this tape, y'all holding hands. That's the next question. If he grabbing your thigh, if he tried to do all these things to you while you were in the house, why did you get in the car after he done licked you in your belly button, kissed you in the mouth? What else he do? Sucking your, whatever he was sucking on. Why you come out of the house and get in the car with him? When you get in the car and he start grabbing your thigh and rubbing you on your, your thing, why didn't you get out of the car? And maybe she was scared, and maybe okay. Some say she's scared, but at 17 years old, and I understand the girl is pregnant, but I don't think it's his. I don't know. This was not, and maybe she was just setting him up. Maybe she was holding his hand so she could. Well, I'll give her that. Okay, she's trying to get to work, but she got a camera on it. But here the thing is, even if she wanted it, you a 37-year-old man. I guess I wish I knew who the mama's real name. If y'all know the mama's real name, will y'all give me the mama's real name? Somebody know it. What was her first initial? C. Williams. Okay. But if you're scared, do you jump out of the car? He wasn't driving fast. Don't look like he was driving fast. Yeah. Try to say that gas because he said he not but $3 and some change at his mama's house. But I keep telling you as women, stop bringing these men over your children, over your daughters. Well, I might as well say children, because they falling in the little boys too. But he has been charged, and his name is Darnell Morgan. If you want to see the video, go to the Thaddeus Matthews Facebook page. It's on there right now. But see, when I see Bates advised Morgan laid his head on her lap, that was a sign to go. Okay? Put his hand around her waist and gripped her ass. That's too much happening, and she ain't got it already gone. Now, this is my opinion. Then Bates advised, she told Morgan it was time for her to go to work, and she tried to get up. And Morgan lifted her shirt and started licking her belly button. Now, here's what I think about the belly button licking. I've licked a few belly buttons in my lifetime. Most time, when you lick a belly button, the woman laying down. Okay? Yeah. You say he's laying behind you. And he lifts up your shirt and he starts licking your belly button. Stick his tongue all in your navel and stuff like that. That's kind of hard to do when you are upright. My thing is this though. The bottom line is this. And I was reading a post that she made. Let me see if I can find it, Jesus. Let me see if I can find the post that I don't know whether this is a name that she uses, but the Facebook post was by Kaylee, Caylee Danielle. And oh, this is another girl. This is another girl. Okay. This is another girl that this happened to. And she says on Facebook, I said I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I swear I got some relief. This the same man that molested me in my own house. He the reason to this day I have to sleep with my doors locked. I still jump in my sleep when somebody touched me. Dude used to literally stand over me while I was asleep. This is the one that's pregnant. I'm sorry, the other girl's not pregnant. I kept it a secret for so long until last year before I got pregnant. I got drunk and got in my feelings and told my mom and daddy. I was so scared to say some then cause my daddy was in jail and I didn't want my mama saying I was being fast. That shit went on for 3 years. I wish I would have said something sooner. It's not the girl in this story that's pregnant. It's this girl, Kaylee Danielle. She made this post. Couldn't be my door. Couldn't be my door. Couldn't be mad. I'm sorry. Cause I'd run your ass out of jail, man. I would. I'd run you out of jail if it was mine. And I didn't even look to see how much the bond was. Whew. The video, Alexis, is on my Facebook page, Thaddeus Matthews. But 37 years old, you wouldn't see a 38th birthday, brother. But I keep telling you women, and when are you gonna learn, you just want a little piece of meat and turn your daughters into meat that a dog like Darnell Morgan can prey on. Many of you right now got daughters and got men in your house over your door. And you know you're wrong. You just want to have a man. This is pitiful, but I believe this mother knows what's going on with this. I got something else I got to deal with. And I may come back to this. If I don't come back to it tonight, I will deal with it as a show on tomorrow night. This is pitiful. And I don't know, James Harris, I don't know whether, there is one, when I pulled the affidavit, excuse me, I didn't even look to see what the bond is. Taj, if you're watching me, go into the computer down there, Clark's Bonding Company, and let me know if there is a bond, ooh, excuse me, on Darnell Morgan. I think, write this title down for tomorrow night's show. How far will you go to have a man? I'm gonna deal with this. I could see that he had a record. I'm gonna disclose everything about him on tomorrow night. I want the mama's name. I know the first letter is a C, the last name is Williams. Cause baby, if I get your name and I get a picture of you, I'm gonna put you all over this TV, all over social media. It's a sad day. And there's no way it's a sad day when mothers allow these things to happen. And she puts in there, she told the police this was her ex-boyfriend. That conversation was too friendly for an ex. You can buy her something to eat, but you can't give me no money for no gas. Then his sorry ass comes back. I ain't got but $3 and some change at my mama's house. Damn. Somebody said Cheryl Williams. If anyone knows the father, Melando Bates, give him my number. And if you want people to know my real number, because I ain't gonna answer that 2319239 number. I'd like to talk to him. 37 years old. Now we got 2 girls that complaining. Taj, the name is Darnell, Darnell Morgan. I believe he was born in 81. You're gonna see a list of charges on him, but well, you know what to look for when you go into the computer. I got Taj Yabra down at Clark's bail bonding, looking to see if there is a bond on him. Somebody said her name is Cheryl, but I've got to verify that. Ain't no grown man got no business with no mouth. If you ain't a vet, I don't want you no damn way. This is a shame, but this is what is going on in our community. This mama knew. See, if the mama, in this video, the mama says, you answer my car, you see me driving right in front of you. What the mama should have did was tell him to stop, and I'll take my own daughter to work. But Taj, I'm waiting on you. Take me back, babe, and let me know if he's got a bond and if he's made bond. I'm gonna see if he's still in jail. Let me think I can do that on my phone. See if he's still in jail. He should still be in jail. Let's see if I can find. Let me go to the jail. Let me go to the jail. Gotta make this stuff big. Let's see. First name is Darnell. I know City Councilman Boyd, hoping I don't get on. Oh, I'm gonna come. Let's see if he's still in jail. He must. He said, Sarge, I don't see where he's in jail. They gave him a $200,000 bond. Yeah, that ass still in jail. Maybe still in processing. Okay. He's got a $200,000 bond, which means that it's $20,000 to get out, which also means anything in Shelby County that is over $100,000 as far as a bond, you gotta go before a judge. Even if you got the $20,000, you got to have a bond hearing over $100,000 so that you can tell the judge where the bond money is coming from. Make sure it ain't no illegal money. That's what they have to do here in Shelby County. $20,000 bond, excuse me, not $20,000. Somebody gotta come up with $20,000 on a $200,000 bond. You gonna have some property. There ain't no bonding company gonna take you without you having some property. You want to put up something besides the $20,000. Cause a Negro like this will run on you and cost the bonding company $200,000. All right? All right. But I'm gonna deal with this more on tomorrow night. Wait a minute, Tarj just sent me something else. Oh yeah. She sent me his whole rap sheet, his jail thing. Wait a minute. Good to have such people that's really not love you, Taj. Yeah, let's see. Still in jail. See if I can blow this up. 5/11/109 foul. Wait a minute, I can blow this up. Yeah, he's in housing section 4, cell block G, cell 14, current housing bed U. Oh, they got it down here with, they've changed, he's had some charge information. Is this, Taj, let me know. I'm looking on here, he's had aggravated rape 131 of 2017. I'm gonna pull this full sheet tomorrow. He's had an aggravated rape, 2 counts of aggravated rape in the past, especially aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor. Okay. But tomorrow I'm gonna do him in. But I want to know who the mama is. Okay? All right, let me take a commercial break. Then when I come back, I'm going to deal with some corruption that's going on the Memphis City Council. I'm gonna tell you how one black city council person is attempting to keep a black woman from being selected to the city council in an area that is 60 to 70% black. That's district number 1. And they're trying, and the white power brokers on there want this racist, and I know he a racist, because he done tried me. Lonnie Treadaway. I'm gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna talk about the corruption here, then I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna give you the city council number. And I want people from all around the country, everybody in the city, to call the Memphis City Council, leave a message. I'm gonna give you the number, but I'm gonna tell you the shenanigans that is trying to be played. We'll be back right after this commercial message.
One thing that is certainly right is death.
I was getting ready to see if I can pull an affidavit up and send it to you.
I got his affidavit.
Okay.
Are you sure you're in jail? I looked into who's in jail and I couldn't find him, but I see on that sheet that you sent me.
You know the who's in jail, you can't see on the who's in jail, you gotta go to that news system.
Okay.
That's what I sent you.
Okay.
You see the screenshot I sent you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's in the in portal, the inmate
Okay.
portal thing. So that's the one he's in, and he's still in jail on a $200,000 bond.
Okay. I'm trying to find out who the mama is. Am I correct when I say that whoever tries to bond him out will have to have some property to put up?
Yeah, they gotta have property. They gotta get approval first from the judge. They gotta go through a source hearing.
Right.
And the judge don't have to approve that it's $20,000 bonds. So see, they can't give no anything no more now. They gotta at least have 5%.
Okay.
For the judge, and sometimes the judge might deny. It just depends on the situation.
Okay.
Because
Because
they ain't got nothing to show proof of that money, and they coming in, they ain't got no bank statement, they ain't got nothing where they done sued somebody and got a check or something. If they can't show none of that, the judge will automatically deny it anyway.
okay. All right, baby. Love you. Thank you.
Okay, now my daughter said she got a snap of a video. You got that video?
Yeah, the video. I got the video up on my Facebook page.
Oh, okay. Let me go back and look at it then. Well, let me see if I know somebody that know the mama.
Okay.
Okay.
If you do, just send it to me.
Okay.
All right. Who reported the crime to the jail? The mama did. Somebody said they better not bail him out. Let them jail boys turn him into a sissy like Fred Smith. Damn. All right, let me deal with this corruption. Swiffer Mike, you don't need the news to know what's going on in jail. You don't have to watch the news. Talking about the only way they will find out unless the deputies tell the inmates. The grapevine in jail is better than the ones on the news. And don't tell me they don't listen to the news, because when I was on the radio, inmates in jail were listening to my radio show. Huh? Oh. We're in commercial break. We'll be out of it shortly. Tell her to go and pull Reeves out. They can delete it. Ooh. In fact, there are people in jail with cell phones. What's wrong? You got some?
No, it's nothing. It wasn't.
You had that I got some for you look on your face.
I thought I did.
You thought you did?
Yeah. Then I had to verify. You have to
No,
verify.
he is not out of jail on $6,500 bond. I just talked to a bonding agent that went into the computer, and the computer is showing that he's still in jail on a $200,000 bond. You ain't gonna get no $8,500 bond on that kind of charge. What you see, Victor Atkins? How many more I got? One more? Fuck you want to know for, all you gotta do is sit there long enough, you're gonna find out. Why don't I teach the commandments? Motherfucker, you want the commandments taught? Teach them your goddamn self. This is a damn TV show. Ignorant bitch. You're just ignorant. Damn. Why don't you teach the 10 commandments? Bitch, if you don't know them by now, you don't need to know them.
10 seconds.
Ooh, I get crazy motherfuckers. All across the country. I thought all of them was in Memphis. Oh.
4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Daddies Matthews Show. So glad to have each and every one of you. Those of you in West Memphis, Arkansas, black folk in West Memphis, Arkansas, don't y'all be like the black folk in Mississippi and don't go and vote. You got the opportunity to elect a black man with a proven record of service in Marco McClellan as mayor of West Memphis. Marco will be on the show Monday night, but your early voting is going on right now. Now, Instagram, y'all time it out, I'm gonna bring you right back. You got the opportunity. I know y'all only have one place to vote. And it ain't even in West Memphis, it's in Marion, Arkansas. Gather your neighbors, your friends, and go and vote for Marco McClellan. Now, what they're trying to also do is trick y'all. Okay? They're trying to trick you. They closing the polls over there at 4:30. Go and vote. I can't urge you enough. Go and vote. Black folk, get up off of it. You get everywhere else you want. Some of y'all get over to the clubs in Memphis and y'all ain't got no car. Get to Marion, vote for Marco McClellan as the next mayor of the city of West Memphis. Now let me tell you about some shenanigans that's going on the Memphis City Council and what we as a community must do to stop the shenanigans. This shenanigan. There are 13 members of the city council as a norm. The majority of the city council is black. There have been 7 black councilmen for a number of years now. 7 votes on the Memphis City Council could move City Hall to my church building, and I would rent them the space too. 7 votes. Black council people, when they're running for office, they come into our black communities and they tell us what they gonna do for black folk. We're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And we fall for it and we keep putting them in office and we find out that they don't do nothing. They have their own agendas. Bill Morrison was elected, I forget what he was elected to a county position. Councilman Edmund Ford Jr. was elected to the county commission. Janice Fullilove is now over the juvenile court. And Janice, I love that clip. That sound clip, when they came up and asked, Miss Fullilove, you've been double dipping. You've been getting a check from the county and from the city. And she was within her rights. There is X number of days after you win an election before you have to resign. So she got a check from the county and she got one from the city. And Janice looked into the council, and the report asked her, now Janice, what you want to tell the people? I got 2 checks. I got 2 checks. I don't blame you, Janice. I ain't mad at you. Go and get your 2 checks. The law, the charter of the city of Memphis allowed for it to happen. Them that got mad, damn, you just mad. Don't make no difference about you being mad. Last Tuesday was the last meeting that Janice Fullilove and Edmund Ford Jr. were privy to be in. That meant that there were 7 black councilmen. Bill Morrison was already gone. He had already resigned. So the meeting was to select, not elect, but select a person to fill that spot until the election, which is next year. The Fraser-Raleigh area is the area that Bill Morrison represented. Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries is in that particular district. So I got an interest in this. It comes down to a black woman and a white man. Rhonda Logan, who has deep ties to the community. I think she's even over the Fraser CDC, or she works with them, or something of that particular nature. And it came down to a white boy that I happen to know. Lonnie Treadaway. Lonnie Treadaway. This particular meeting went on from 3:30 in the afternoon to 1 o'clock in the morning. Why did it go? Because it takes, by the child, 7 votes to select a representative. You had 6, well, you had all 7 blacks were there because Janice and Ed were still there. But what happened? What happened? Berlin Board, a black city councilman, who was also the chairman, who's been the chairman for 2 terms. I'm here, he's trying to be chairman a 3rd time. Berlin Board, who we talked to some while ago when we were looking at the trick that they were trying to play on Dr. Willie Harrington. He didn't know what he signed. Okay. Here's what happened. The vote kept being all night long 6-4, 6-5. Because Berlin Board, a black man, would not vote. You got something for me? Yeah, y'all have, is it freezing on TV now? Huh?
It's like stopping and going.
Digitized.
Yeah.
It's digitizing? Okay, let me take a quick break so that Comcast can reboot the system. Then I'm gonna come back and give you the rest of the story.
Hi, I'm Mark McClendon, and I'm running for mayor. I believe in the people. I'm Mark McClendon, and I'm running for mayor. I believe in the people and the potential of West Memphis. As mayor, I'm going to capitalize on the advantages that West Memphis has to recruit industry.
What's wrong, Alexis? Who bothering you, babe?
I was born and raised in this city, and I want to eliminate the black and rejuvenate our communities, keeping West Memphis free.
Cheryl Flynn, motherfucker. If you don't know my motherfucking record, bitch, as the young folks said, Google me, bitch. You gone.
We must address crime in its roots with intervention, prevention, and community-oriented policing. We also
While I'm doing it, let me see if there's anybody else need to go.
break our laws. We must bridge the gap between the community and our police. Our children.
He gone. Yeah, Todd.
Hey, I know you're on commercial break.
Uh-huh.
So the night when you gave me his name, his last name, Morgan. What I did was I went back to your page and I got his name, and he made bond. He only had a $6,500 bond. I'm finna text you the bond company that made it.
What? Wait a minute. I thought you had 200,000.
That was the wrong person I gave you. I just looked at it because page. I just went to your page. Because the TV, you had a real difficulty on the TV. Did you know you breaking up and rumbling and
Yeah, that's what
acting real bad?
we came off so that we could come back up. So that,
And so when you said Darnell, you were like Nail. You was fading out. All I could see was Darnell. So I just typed in Darnell. The first thing pulled up the first one with a rate charge. But when I went to your page and saw Darnell Morgan, you know, there's a way you can still look for people that either made bond or still in jail. And he made bond. He made bond today. He made a.
what bonding company got him out?
Hold on, I'm going to tell you why your TV trying to come up. Hold on. Let me sign in this portal. Yep, he got a $6,500 bond. And hold on. I'm glad I did go back and look, because you were breaking up real bad. Let me see. I'm putting the number in now. Hold on. 1-800-279-85. I'm going to tell you who made it. He got to be in court. He in Division 11, so that's what division he in. And let's see. Tiger Bonding Company.
God damn. I can't
Oh,
talk bad about them. Hell, they pay money.
shoot.
In fact, I gotta pick up some money from them tomorrow.
Yeah,
Shit.
Tiger Bonding Company made the bond of $6,500 bond.
I'll find out some other information then.
And he go to court. He go to court Friday in Karen Mass's court,
Karen Massa, okay.
Division 11.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can find out something when I get to Tiger Bonding about where he works and all this stuff. See if I can
Yeah,
get.
but Tiger got all the information, so maybe you can get the mama name of that little girl, and she might have came and made the bond. Ain't no telling.
You know, that would be a shame if she the one made the bond, wouldn't it?
Don't be
And
surprised.
so look how that little girl was shaking. I just looked at your video. I saw her little hand shaking,
Mm.
and he talking about some you pretty and talking about that. I said, ooh, he ought to be ashamed with his nasty self.
Mm. With all the grown women giving pussy away out of both draw legs, you out here going trying to get a baby.
Exactly. And he got SOL, whatever it is, of a minor statutory rape, and he got 2 sexual batteries.
All right, so he got some prior sex charges, right?
Right.
So how he get such a low bond?
That's what I'm trying to see now. I'm looking at these charges on here. I'm finna shoot this stuff to you. I'm screenshotting it and shooting it at the same time.
All right, man.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Huh. My church is what church I preach at. He out because he paid the bond. The bond was $6,500. Are we back up? Are they still digitizing? Is it digitizing now?
I'll bring you back after this commercial coming up, after this type of commercial. Never mind.
This it? This the last one? Ain't nothing on your TV?
We not on air.
Damn. How long will we digitize it? The whole show?
It just started.
TV having some technical difficulties. But for those of you that's on there, just got the information. We were digitizing on TV. A good friend of mine who is a bail bondsman went into the computer and she had the wrong name. His bond was only $6,500. And he has prior sexual charges. But I'm wondering why his bond, okay, is so low. Are we digitizing now? Huh?
It's good now. Seems
Alright.
like it's ready now.
All right, bring me back out to this one.
$30 seconds.
Okay. I'm old enough to fuck your mama. That's how old I am,
10
motherfucker.
seconds.
No, I don't want none of that old ratchet ass pussy.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And we are back. Comcast issues and hell it. But I'm so glad trouble don't last always. We've seen it. Yeah, did y'all sing that over at the pearly gates?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There's so much that I'm working on for a brand new year. And you never get too old to have dreams, goals, and aspirations. And I'll be telling you about some things, even from a national perspective, coming up real soon. Let me correct something before I go back. My good friend Taj Yarborough down at Cloud's Bail Bonding, the TV was acting up and she got the wrong name. This guy, Darnell Morgan, is out of jail on a $6,500 bond. $6,500 bond. I don't know, with prior sex charges, he's out of jail, but he does live on that 1772 Cincinnati. it's gonna be interesting to see if I can find out who bonded him out of jail. I know what bonding company did, but I'm interested in knowing who signed the bond for him. He's doing Division 11 on Friday morning. Let me get back to this, what I was dealing with. Okay, Bondstead, you gone anyway. You mad because you ain't got no gray hair. Live long enough, son, you may get some gray hair. But mine looks so sexy, damn. Anyway, the Memphis City Council could have put a black woman in position, and that's Rhonda Logan, on last Tuesday, had not one black man held out. Okay? One black man, City Councilman Berlin Boyd, abstained every time. I was talking to my good friend, former City Councilman Edmund Ford Jr. What reason did he give? He just wouldn't vote with the other blacks to put a black woman as the representative in a district that is 75 to 80% black. Berlin. But here was the trick. Let me tell you why they went to 1 o'clock. Because the white boys on the council want Lonnie Treadaway to be the councilman. Well, why can't Lonnie be the city councilman? Well, Lonnie Treadaway, I've known him for a number of years. He's the general manager and national director of operations for Flynn Broadcasting. In other words, he's George Flynn's. He's always been George Flynn, multi-millionaire George Flynn, who can't win an election. He's been George Flynn's flunky for years. When I was buying time years ago from Flynn Broadcasting, I ain't no different now than I was then. And we talking about 20 years ago. I said what I gotta say. I can bag up what I say. Flynn Broadcasting didn't want a black man like me on the radio. Now they took my money for a while. But they didn't know me. I was new to the talk show scene back 20-some years ago. And when I started talking about white folk, and when I started talking about black folk and black folk having advantages and black folks sitting together, the white folks said, get him up there. And they always sent this white boy right here. This white boy right here, Lonnie Treadaway. Dr. Flynn wouldn't do it himself. But Flynn is one of the power brokers. He's a multi-millionaire. Y'all keep going and getting y'all ultrasounds from him. Yeah, Flynn's radiology, Dr. George Flynn. The white boys want him. But why can't he be there? Well, let's look at the reason he should not be there. Lonnie Treadaway just moved to Raleigh in June of this year. You don't even know the district. But the white boys want to put you in place to be able to do the master's bidding. Lonnie Treadaway just ran for alderman in Senatobia, Mississippi in May of this year. And he lost. So he moved into Raleigh at 2872 Stage Park Drive, got a $145,000 house. And now they want to put him on the city council in a majority black community versus a black woman who's lived in the district for a number of years, closely associated, got a record of service, and the only reason she is not there is because Berlin Void, all of the other 6 that were there, Montavious Jones, Patrice Robinson, Jamela Swearingen, Joe Brown, Edmund Ford was still there, Janice Footlove. If he had went alone with the black folk to put a black woman in a black district, we wouldn't be having this issue. But why did they go to 1 o'clock? They went to 1 o'clock for one simple reason: to run the time out on Janice Footlove and Edward Ford Jr. Because see, now all you have is Joe Brown, Jamila Swearingen, Patrice Robinson, Martavious. You ain't got no foe. Berlin votes with the white folk against black folk. You got, on the white side, Ford Canale, Kemp Conrad, who is tight in bed with Berlin, Reed Hedgepat, Frank Colvett, and Worth Morgan. They got 5 votes. They need Berlin and one other black vote to win. Got to have 7. You can't, it's not a majority rules. You got to have 7 votes. 7 votes. 7 votes. Shenanigans are being played with the people again. Why would this black man, not want to see a black woman represent black folk who has a record of service? Since 2 more positions got to come up. Understand, white folk want to run this city again. Berlin Boyd got to be in bed with the white people. Got to be in bed. Why wouldn't the black man, there were 6 votes there. Berlin could have been the 7th vote. Why didn't Berlin vote for the black woman in the black community to represent black folk, 80% black, in the Raleigh-Frazier area? Is it because Berlin is being told what to do by white folk? Is Kip Conrad telling Berlin Boyd what needs to happen? See, we need to make this a majority council. We'll support you again for chair of the city council. See, Berlin wants to be mayor of the city. In fact, he told Dr. Harrington that he has aspirations of being mayor. But Berlin can never be elected as mayor of the city. In fact, Berlin does not need to be elected again to the city council. I asked Ed Jr., I said, Junior, what did he say? What was his reason? What was his reason for abstaining every vote from 3:30 in the evening to 1 o'clock in the morning? What was his reason for saying, I abstain? What reason? I said, Junior, you gotta be reading. He said he could vote the way he wanted to. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can get the councilman on the phone. Berlin Boyd. Let me see if I can get him. I know I got his number. We're gonna contact, put in Berlin. Boyd. Well, let's go with this phone first. Turn me up.
Hello, this is Berlin.
Berlin, Thaddeus Matthews.
Hey man, what's up?
We on the air. I gotta ask you a question, man.
What you got?
Okay. City Council. Rhonda Logan versus Lonnie Treadway. Why did you abstain all night?
Simply because I wasn't supporting either candidate.
You wasn't supporting either candidate.
That is correct.
So we've got Lonnie Treadway that I know is a racist. I know him. Okay? And you got a black woman by the name of Rhonda Logan who has a record of service in the community. You need 7 votes. Am I correct when I say you need 7 votes to select?
That is correct.
Okay. You got 6 black councilmen that said, let's put this black woman in a predominantly black district versus Lonnie Treadway. So tell me, Berlin, how is it that you as a black man can hold out and say, well, we're gonna go all night to 1 o'clock. And y'all go in recess, which means that y'all have to start all over with the same process on Tuesday with 2 less black votes.
Well, here's the thing. One, if you are seeking a position, first of all, you should reach out and tell somebody about who you are and introduce yourself to the person. The only candidate that I had spoken to was the young lady was Tara Holloway. She reached out, she set up a meeting with me, and we had a conversation. So every time I would cast my vote at the beginning, I cast my vote for Tara Holloway.
I'm aware.
Then as the night progressed, I started getting some crazy messages. And as chairman is my position, I feel that I have to be a consensus builder, one. And our city charter completely states that our city council positions are nonpartisan. And if you notice tonight, the whole vote was going in a partisan manner. It was going down party lines. Two, we've never had a polarized vote on the Memphis City Council where it's been predominantly a white vote for one person, blacks vote for another. We've pretty much been voting in a unanimous manner or a semi-unanimous manner on issues. Number two, when I was looking at it the whole entire night, I don't appreciate people trying to send me messages on my phone while I'm conducting a meeting, stating different things and trying to cut deals with me while I'm conducting a meeting. So one, my vote isn't for sale. Two, my vote can't be traded. Three, I don't take too well to threats about running somebody against me because I won't support Ms. Logan.
Well, but let's say this. Anybody that wants to run against you can run. They can run against you. But here's where my excuse me. Here's where my problem is. Black folk put you in office, not white folk. Black folk elected you to represent black folk.
But that is, it doesn't, I understand that. But here's the thing. I don't necessarily have to vote for somebody that I don't know. I didn't know Rhonda Logan. So because she's African-American woman doesn't necessarily mean that I have to vote for her.
Wasn't there people there that was speaking in her behalf?
There were people there speaking on her behalf.
So,
but
okay.
And as a person that's been appointed to that body multiple times, I've been appointed to the city council twice. And I made it my business to talk to each individual council member to say, hey, introduce myself. This is who I am. This is what I want to do. This is what the former council member was doing in that district. And I have observed, I did research to find out exactly what was going on in the district so I could keep the momentum in that district going. And I did not know anything about Ms. Logan at the time of that meeting.
So let me ask you this. There were numerous people that spoke up for her, right? That knew her. And if it's not about Berlin Board and it's about the people that live in that district and live in that community, what's the issue with you personally knowing? Are you personally sitting down and having a meeting?
Because I want to make sure, because here's the thing. When it comes down to it, I don't know if the person understands or have any idea about the district. I don't know if the person will have any idea as far as the process. And then there were a lot of things that I heard that was going on with chatter and noise about people already making commitments that wasn't even on the council. And I just didn't want to partake in any of the foolishness. I didn't want, because it started out, if it would have stayed to the point where we were taking care of business and voting on the person for who she was as an individual versus getting all personal.
How did it get personal though, Berlin?
I mean, with the text messages coming to me, with the threats coming to me while I'm conducting the meeting.
Why was your phone even on? Why was your phone?
Everybody keep their phone on. That is.
In some meetings I go into, I just come on. But wait a minute. Was she sending you text messages?
No.
Okay, she wasn't sending you text messages. There were people, ministers, people who were in that community that she's worked with that was coming to the podium and saying that this is the person that we want to represent us in our district. Am I correct?
That's accurate.
Okay, so if the people in that district said that this is the person that we want to represent us on the city council, why isn't an issue with Berlin Boyd?
There wasn't the direct issue with me per se. I will tell you like this. At the end of the day, I don't have to cast a vote. I don't have to vote for something. I can abstain, I can pass, or I can vote. In that particular incident, or in that particular instance, I decided to pass.
Because it wasn't going the way you wanted it to go.
No, it had nothing to do with going the way that I wanted it to go. I was supporting one candidate. I threw
But your candidate was out of it. Your candidate lost in the what? The first or the second round, right?
In that particular matter, therefore, there were a number of other council members that could have cast their vote to made it 7. It wasn't only me. There are other individuals that could have cast the vote to make it 7 votes, and not just me.
But here's what I say to you, Berlin. Black folk in this community are tired of black politicians playing games. You got the opportunity, that was the opportunity on last Tuesday to put a black woman that the people wanted. It ain't about what you want. It ain't about who you like. It's about who the people in that area want to serve them. And the people in that area, they came down to the council meeting, and it's hard to get folks to come down to the council meeting. They came to the council meeting, they came to the podium, they told you, this is the person that we want, the people that live in the district. This is the person we want to represent us. And I think that you did the people an injustice when you decide that it's about you.
I did not do the people an injustice. If I did the people an injustice, I would have supported the Lonnie Treadway man. But I didn't support either one of them.
You might as well supported Lonnie Treadway because you abstained on every time it came back up the vote. Y'all went to 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's true.
And even there was a call made to take the police away from City Hall. Am I correct?
That was a call that I found out about during the meeting. And
Somebody-
I wanted to get police back down there.
Right. Someone called and had the police remove the security in City Hall.
That is correct.
Okay? And the reason they wanted the security gone was because you can't have no meeting in City Hall and you ain't got no police security in the building. And
I mean,
who made the call to get them back?
Mr. Brown made the call.
Right.
He was conducting the meeting.
But you were the chairman of the meeting. Why didn't you say, look, we need the police to stay right here?
Because I found out with our chief of security came up and told me, he said, Chairman, I got some news for you. I just found out, we got word. And I said, what's going on? He told me, he said, Lieutenant Bonner just called me and told me that all the police been removed from City Hall. I asked Officer Young at that point, I said, why would he do that? He said, because they worked past their overtime limit and he sent them home. I was like, man, why would he send somebody home and we have an auditorium full of people and we're in the middle of our meeting? That particular time, that's when Joe Brown said, I will call Director
Rollins.
to get Director Rollins to send police back down. That's exactly what happened. I'm still trying to keep order and still keep the meeting going while I'm trying to find out from Officer Young exactly what was going on. So that's exactly what happened. I don't know who he said the major made the call. Lieutenant Bonner called him and notified him that the police officer was off their post.
Let me ask you a simple question, Berlin. Do you support black people?
Of course I do.
Do you support in a district that is predominantly black, do you support black representation?
Of course I do.
So if that be the case, and you had a woman there that represents and being represented and has a track record, Rhonda Logan has a track record of service in that area versus Lonnie Treadaway, who just moved into the district in June.
Here's the thing, I didn't support Lonnie Treadway.
I know you didn't.
Or Rhonda Logan. I don't know Lonnie Treadway, and I didn't know Rhonda Logan.
So do you know Rhonda Logan now?
I am aware of her now.
Are you aware of the service that she's rendered in the area now?
From what she told us on Tuesday, I'm fully aware of exactly what she's been doing in the district.
Will you be voting with the other blacks on Tuesday for her?
If I get a meeting with her before Tuesday,
Why do,
have a-
see? I keep trying to figure out why you need a meeting with her. Is she supposed to sit down and meet with every city council person?
that's the way that every council member that's ever been appointed has done it. They sat down, talked to the council member, and we don't got to vote for him. I'm not going to cast my support behind somebody that don't have an understanding of at least the district.
So are you going to reach out to her between now and Tuesday to have a meeting with her?
I got my staff reaching out to her to set up a meeting with her, and hopefully I can even have a phone conversation with her.
So all she needs to do is call the city council number at 636-6786
That is correct.
and leave a message, and you're going to reach.
On my cell phone.
Okay, I know you don't want me to give your cell phone number out. 636-6786, the council number. So you're telling this community right now that if you have a conversation with her and the people on Tuesday reappear and they support her, can you tell this community that she has your support?
You know, Thaddeus, right now, I can't even say that because I don't even know what's going to happen on Tuesday.
Well, y'all in recess, so the first thing that you got to do is come back to this.
That's absolutely correct.
Okay.
But I don't know if the floor is going to be opened up to reconsider all the candidates. I don't know. So
How can it not be when you're in recess?
Because that is per the rules. Only thing some member got to do is put a motion on the floor to open the voting back up to all the candidates that actually applied for it. If we get 7 votes to open it up, then all the candidates that applied for the position will be reconsidered at that time.
Well, I am going to be urging people in this community to be at that city council meeting. Because see, Berlin, this is shaking, man.
It's not shaking.
Yes, it is shaking. It's shaking. It's shaking with you as a black man and the other 6 council people voted for this black woman and you abstained. You didn't give no reason. You said, I just ain't voting. That's my right. You know, you even got a little boisterous with Joe Brown, old as he is on the council. I'm a man.
That is absolutely right, because at some point in time, there's a level of respect that you give. And regardless of the fact, you're not going to sit here and tell me that I'm over here with some conspiracy stuff and start calling out erroneous information.
But it appears that way. Berlin, this has all of the appearances that the white folk are controlling you. The white folk won't love it Treadaway.
One thing I'm not controlled by nobody. I make my own money. So I don't need white folk to control me. And I don't need anybody to control. I control myself. So the decisions in which I make are my decisions.
You plan on running for city council again next year?
So of course I am.
Or you running for mayor?
I'm running for city council.
You running for city council? You will have a hard year next year, Berlin, because the people have lost faith and trust in you.
I don't see how. Everything the district have ever needed and wanted, I delivered. From
But
new
we
community
put
centers,
black folk in
from
place.
new community centers, the new libraries, to making sure my district is taken care of with grants. I have taken care of District 7.
But
So you're basing it on the mayor and me not supporting a black.
I mean, this ain't the first thing. I mean, I can go back to the Willie Harrington scandal.
And that had nothing to do with me.
You was the chairman,
And I was a
and
chairman.
the paperwork. You was in charge of the paperwork.
That had nothing to do with me.
Okay.
It had that completely, was a complete different mistake. That the heading on that document, that is, was on there, and the election commission screwed that up. That had nothing to do with the city council.
Well, let me say this. We're going to be watching you on Tuesday. You know, I supported you the last turn that you ran. And I almost got into a fight with a guy that was running against you because he said the same things that I'm seeing now with you. He said, Berlin, we put black folk in office to represent black interests. If you've got a woman that is qualified, a woman who has a record of service, you've got numerous people that live in that community that come to the meeting and say, look, this is who we want to represent us. It ain't about having a meeting with you. It's about the wishes of the people. And when we get away from the wishes of the people.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
If you are seeking office as a person or as a candidate seeking office, what you typically would do is educate the electorate who you are. That's step number one. Number two, you usually would garner and give people. I got one phone call about Rhonda Treadway on Friday. One. I have numerous emails in my inbox, from people that sending letters of support for other candidates. I only received one phone call from Rhonda Logan. I didn't know Rhonda Logan from P. Diddy. I didn't know her. I got one phone call Friday. I got an inbox full of letters for Ms. Treadway. I got inbox full of letters for Ms. Schonbaum. I got an inbox full of letters for Paul Boyd, but I didn't get anything about Rhonda Logan. So I didn't know who Rhonda Logan was and who Rhonda Logan was until Tuesday. I got that phone call on Friday.
How many people would you say came to the podium in support of her on last Tuesday?
I mean, there were a number of people. I think it was probably anywhere between maybe 10 to 15 people that spoke for her.
Did she have the most number of people coming for support of her? Coming to the podium?
Yeah, there were quite a few people that came to the podium in support of her.
So didn't that speak to you that this is the person that the people in the district want?
But that is, there were people that came to previous meetings in support of two other candidates.
But they didn't make the cut. They didn't make the cut though, Berlin. That's the issue. They didn't make the cut. The lady, and I forget the lady's name that you were supporting, she didn't make the cut. So it came down to Lonnie Treadway, who just moved into the district in June,
which
ran.
I did not support.
Okay, and I'm not saying you supported him, but you didn't support the black woman. You got 6, and we know that 7 votes on that city council can make anything happen in this city. You got 6 other black city council persons who vote for the black woman, and you the only black man that abstained. It don't make sense. It don't make sense for a black man to hold out with black folk for the white man.
How did I hold out for the white man? The white man is not appointed.
He's not appointed.
It's not appointed to the position.
I know he's not appointed, but I'm saying you got all these white boys on here: Kemp, Ford, Reed, Frank, and Worth. They are all in support of Lonnie Treadaway, who is a puppet for George Flynn. Always has been. Now, we expect black council people to represent the interests of black folk. And when black council people can no longer represent us, it's time for us to put somebody there, whether it's you or somebody else.
And I've positioned myself throughout my term as councilman, and I represent the black interest.
Okay. What you did last week?
I mean, I didn't support either candidate.
Okay, but you had a black woman that the black folk in that area wanted. She made the cut. Everybody else didn't make the cut. She made the cut, and then all of the black council people, but you, supported her.
And that was my position on Tuesday. Like I said, I had the right to abstain, pass, or vote.
And the people have the right to vote you out of office.
That's true.
Okay.
That is absolutely
And I think that's really what's going to happen to you next year. I don't think that you'll be on the city council another year, because of people, from what I'm hearing all across the city, people are tired of the shenanigans. Black folk are tired of having black folk who say they represent us have black folks' interests at heart, not doing the damn job.
Hey, I'm doing the job.
Okay.
I'm doing the job, and just because I didn't support this lady, Miss Logan, that's an issue. That is not an issue, because
It is to the community. It is to the community. It is to the community.
At the end of the day, just like if anyone's running for mayor, you will determine, based upon the information you have, who you're going to support. And on the council, I have the same right and privilege to do so. I didn't know her. And so if I didn't know her, why am I going to cast a vote for somebody I don't know?
Okay. All right, Berlin. We will be there Tuesday to see what you do. I gotta go. I'm running out of time.
All right.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, bullshit. You've heard political bullshit at its best. I'm urging everyone all across this country, and especially here in the city of Memphis, 901-636-6786. 901, that's a city council number. Leave a message. You can call right now, call all night long, call all the way up until Tuesday. Area code 901-636-6786. Tell that council we want Rhonda Logan, a black woman who lives in that district, who has a record of service, a history of service. We want this black woman who represents an area that is 80% black. We want the black woman. Damn it, I'm tired of politicians talking about what I think. Who gives a damn what a politician thinks? If you had numerous people coming to the poll that live in that area and saying, we support this woman, she got to run this year if she wants to stay there. But I'm going to be joining with whoever that is credible, that is running against Burley and Boyd. I'm asking citizens all across this community to be at the city council meeting on this Tuesday at 3 o'clock. Be at the city, let's fill the chambers. I'm coming. I'm changing my schedule. I'm coming to the city council meeting. We can make a difference. Yes, my time up. I got 1 minute. Ain't gonna be able to do these reads. Lonnie Treadaway is a racist. I know him as a racist. He's a part of the white boys that tried to run this city's group. He's a token white boy. He's the puppet white boy for George Flynn and the rich whites in this city. Hell no. And he just moved his ass into the district in June. How the hell he gonna represent anybody? How the hell any of the white folk on that council gonna vote for him unless there is a trick to deceive and take over? Berlin, you got until Tuesday, because after Tuesday, we coming at you full force to make sure that next year you are not even on the city council. I'm the baddest man on TV. My name is Thaddeus Matthews, and until tomorrow evening, top of the evening to you. Y'all call, all of you call that number, area code 901-636-6786, 636-6786. Call all night long. Her name is Rhonda Logan. Leave it on the city council message. Call all day tomorrow. We can make the difference if we galvanize. But Berlin boy gotta go. And I'm gonna be the conductor on that damn train. Choo, choo. Night, y'all.